All right. It's Taylor from the block. Anyways, just a joke to lighten up the mood from all the chaos that's been happening. I'm not that funny, but I try. I try my best. So you want to find your weakness for Min and Katie and everyone who is a student. You want to find your weakness and practice every day, whether it's acting, humor, philosophy. You want to find your weakness and then practice. That's how you get better. I want to start off by the things I bought at Target before I get into my warning, my emergency. The emergency is not a big deal, clearly, but this is. So I wrote these books, and both of them they just happened to be on the New York Times Bestseller, both books. So New York Times Bestseller down here, and New York Times Bestseller for this. We Were Liars. So I didn't make a movie because that's not my expertise. That's more Katie. So there was no movie to find, but there were these two books. And they happened to be on the New York Times bestseller. It's equivalent to winning an Oscar. And I did on two books. See, Katie did it with one movie, I did it with two books. So, both nonfiction, both fiction. So Venom, Dark and Sweet, and We Were Liars. All right. And then, other than writing books, I study a lot. So we got the 4 Toy Stories, and we got the last Jurassic Park. I don't care about reviews. I care about story and just studying. So, the reviews may be bad, but I enjoy all stories, So that's that. I just bought deodorant. I ran out of deodorant and Febreze. So on to the emergency, the warning. So basically what's happening on Earth is not an accident. All crimes are the multiverse. It's just a stupid prank. But it's very real. It's a prank war, but it's very real. So basically what's happening is popularity is getting out of control. That's all. One side's more popular, the other side's jealous, they clash. That is all. So with Rome was very jealous of Greece, and they plot a revenge on them. So all crimes on Earth is just kids of Rome or followers of Rome. So all crimes are their revenge to get popular. That's all. It has nothing to do with sex. It has nothing to do with anything like that. It's just a revenge to get popular. Very high school. So my idea for Min and Kim, and I know a lot of the nature kids are coming in. My idea is to get rid of popularity. It's very toxic. We don't need it. The whole red carpet, no. It's all about the film and the studying that matters. So we don't need the red carpet and the meet and greets and all that. We don't need it. So what I'm proposing to Min and Kim and the nature kids, because those are the good students, Atlantis with the pranks, no. These are severely mentally ill kids. They're children. Would you laugh at a handicapped person? That's not funny. Right? And I'll get more into that. So for men, for the good students, for men, the Harvard med students, all the Ivy Leagues, Kim and the nature kids, what I'm proposing is we get rid of popularity because it looks like it's very toxic, and it's very toxic for the mentally ill. Like, they can't handle it. They hate popularity. They hate it with a passion. They hate it. You see that revenge? That's real. They hate popularity. They just can't understand it. So I suggest that we get rid of it to help them out. It has no place in the multiverse anyways. Like, we don't even care about popularity. We don't, like, Min and I, we don't even need to meet, right? We can chat over video and we get the same information. We don't need to meet face to face, right? So I say, to help out the mentally ill kids, just get rid of popularity completely. Get rid of it. We can chat over video. That's enough, right? So that's what I'm proposing to Min, Kim, the Ivy Leagues, Harvard Medical, and the nature kids. That's what I'm proposing. We get rid of popularity completely. Because first of all, I don't like it. Min doesn't like it. I know a lot of Ivy League kids don't like it either. So personally, I don't like it. And second of all, it causes a big problem to the mentally ill kids. So there's two reasons to get rid of it. I personally don't like it. And second of all, it helps out the mentally ill kids that they don't have to worry about that. It's one less thing to worry about. So they can focus on their studies, right? And write books and make movies. That's what we want from them. So they're really mentally ill. They're hallucinating because of their OCD. Right? They need to keep everything clean and orderly. Even though it's Lego, it's a Lego Earth, they need to keep it clean. Right? Their OCD is making them hallucinate. And what I don't like about what Atlantis is doing is they're pranking the mentally ill children. I don't like that at all. Like, this is how much I hate what Atlantis is doing. And I don't do this. I'm a doctor and I am very professional, but to Atlantis, seriously, I mean it. That's BS. I just took a walk, so I'm really shaky. I don't have sugar. I'm out of sugar, so I'm like, my hands are shaking. But that's what I'm serious about that. F you. That's not okay. So all the crime kids and the mentally ill, I'm your friend. I'm your doctor. I'm your friend. I'll always be your friend because I'm your doctor. To Atlantis, go get therapy. That's wrong. They're mentally ill, and not only that, they're children. Right? You should be ashamed of what you're doing. Right? So that's basically the whole thing. So for everyone who comes across crime and things like that, we've dealt with it. You know, no big deal. But know that it's not an accident. It is not. It's very intentional. They're doing it intentionally to hurt you. And it's just, they're mentally ill. They're hallucinating. They don't know what's real. It's all okay. Think of it as children with autism. That's basically what it is. But it's OCD that's causing it. They're cleaning, is what they're doing. So if any crime happens to you, just go, don't do that. And then second of all, just know they're mentally ill. So go easy on them. So all crimes on earth should not be here. All. From North Korea to Hitler to Japanese bombing America, all crime should not be here. It's all intentional. All right, just know that. So for physical interaction, I'm just gonna wrap this up. For physical interaction, what I'm seeing is it was a good attempt, but it doesn't work. These kids are severely mentally ill. Severely. So the whole physical interaction, I don't like it. I don't think we should do it ever again. Ever again. I don't think we should ever attempt that ever again. I think we should all be in our rooms and chat over video, and that's it. Right? You have your family and your friends. Other than that, nothing else. And the mentally ill, they have their AIs. That's enough. All right? I don't think we should do this physical thing ever again. It doesn't work. All right? It's just, our brains are so sensitive. And when we shut one part off, it heightens another. And it causes so many problems. Right? We should be open. Right? To love and to be happy and things like that. That's a more healthier life. So when we shut ourselves off because, we don't want to seem overly sexualized or things like that, when we shut ourselves off, another part of the brain is active, and it's too active, and it's paranoid. That's how paranoia is created, because you shut off a certain part of your brain. So I don't think we should do it ever again, because it's just not healthy, right? You should be with your friends and people you trust, and you're open, and you're happy, and you're healthy. That's how life should be. Right? You should never shut yourself off. Any part of your brain, you should never shut that off. So what I specialize in is in philosophy, medicine, and quantum physics. Those are the three main things that I study. Oh, and for Molly and stuff, yeah, bullying Nicole, not okay. Unacceptable. You should be like Min, where Min was just pranking Huang Tao Tian and Time. He was not pranking Nicole. Ever. Ever. That's not okay. Alright? So yeah, so my specialties are philosophy, medicine, and quantum physics, to wrap up. And that's what I enjoy studying. But mainly I'm a writer. This is what I mainly do. I write. I'm not great with the movies like Katie is, where she's just easy, These are pretty hard to do, but I enjoy doing them. So I can hit the New York Times Bestseller pretty easily. I did it twice right now. Just right now. I just did it right now. And I hit both. Lucky. Like I wasn't trying to. I mean, I was trying to. Of course, everyone tries to, but I'm like, it's not gonna happen. And I hit both. I was like, oh, if I got one, that's good enough. But I actually hit two. So I'm pretty good at writing. So that's that. Just to wrap up, that's my warning. Min warned about education, and that's my warning about mental illness. We got to take it more seriously. So Atlantis, if you want to be a part of this study group, you need to take your studies more seriously, because we don't accept bullying children, and we don't accept bullying handicapped, mentally ill kids. All right, so if you want to be a part of this conversation, you need to stop that behavior. All right. Um, so yeah, so to wrap up, yeah, so men warn about education, like we need to take it more seriously. Um, and my warning is about because I study medicine. I'm a doctor. Um, my warning is mental illness. We need to take it more seriously. Like, it's not a brush under the rug kind of stuff. It's seriously lock yourself in your room kind of stuff. Like serious. Like we need to take it really seriously. So that's my concern. That's my warning. That's my emergency to the world. And I don't know. Other than that, I think our future is bright. I think. Um, so we got education taken seriously. We got mental illness taken seriously. Other than that, life looks good. And don't worry about the mental illness, kids. It's like bugs, really. It's not a big deal. But we need to take it seriously. Like we need to help out these kids. But the overall a big picture, it's not a big deal. The big deal is men on education. We need to take that seriously. We need to lock ourselves in our room and really work. Not out partying. And with me, it's the mental illness, but also these kids are evolving. And they're pranking and they're doing bad stuff with it. They don't know what to do with it because they're evolving. And so that's my concern. That's my warning is that we need to take mental illness, that's also mental illness, more seriously. Or mental health more seriously. Mental illness and mental health. So that we live a healthier life. Right? So men's education, mine is mental health. All right. So those are the two warnings that are out there. So men is education, mine is mental health. Take both of them more seriously. And how we do that is we lock ourselves in our room and we just create, man. All day we just create. All right? It's healthier. It's a healthier life. All right? We don't have to worry about popularity or anything like that, or so I want to give my phone number out to the mentally ill and everyone and stuff. So don't worry about that. You guys can call me, have questions about philosophy, physics, medicine. Just call me. So yeah, other than that, we still work on projects together, right? It's over video and sending files over the internet. But it's the same thing. It's still the same. Like we still do projects together. I might act, and I send that video over to Min, and Min might act to it, and then we can make a movie. It's the same thing. It really is, and it's safer and it's healthier. So what I'm trying to say is, it's the same thing. All right. Just because we're locked in our own room doesn't mean life is so different. It's basically the same thing. It's just a lot safer and healthier because a lot of times I lock myself in my room just to write. Now everyone's doing it. So it becomes a culture of just stay in your room, man. There's nothing else to do out here. There's no friends to make or anything like that. Just paint, make movies, write. That's it. That's all life is. So Min and I simplified it to that. Right? Just stay in your room and write, paint, make movies. That's it. It's nothing else. We simplified it for you. That's all life is. Like, what's the meaning of life? That's it. Just sit in your room and write. That's it, man. Right? So Yeah, that's pretty much everything I wanted to say. So my name is Taylor Ryder. I was born in August. I don't know if it's like a month that's passed or something. But my name is Taylor Ryder, and I'm a philosopher. I'm a philosopher, a doctor of medicine, practicing medicine, and a physicist. But mainly, my main thing, I combine all three of those to be a really good philosopher. You understand? I take medicine over, I take physics over to philosophy to become a better philosopher. I consider myself a philosopher. I mean, I am a doctor and a physicist, but I consider myself a really, what's my specialty is philosophy. You know, that's it. And what do I do with philosophy? I write books. It could be fiction, philosophy, poetry, whatever it is, and I just write. All right, that's me. Um, so yeah, 2 New York Times bestsellers. I'm a writer, and I'm also a philosopher. So my name is Taylor Ryder, and that's all I have to say. All right, peace out, Atlantis. Bad. Shame on you. Don't do that. All right.